Hello and welcome to Natilik Live. My name's Rory Tempest and I'm here today to talk around a session dedicated to the world of multi-cloud security. And in order to do that, I'm delighted to say I'm joined by Dave Warburton from F5. Dave, welcome to Natilik Live. Great to have you on.
Thank you.
It's the first time F5 I think have been on Natilik Live with us. So I thought today let's start with a bit of an intro into F5, who you guys are and what you do in the security space.
Okay, so I think a lot of people know F5 from our kind of core market, and that's been market-leading application delivery controller and load balancer for the best part of 20 years now. But the reason that we've kind of adapted to start offering more security solutions is that the position we're in within the network in front of applications for a lot of our customers means that we're in a perfect position to start applying visibility, context, and control to those applications. So what we've started doing is layering on, over the past 10 years or so, advanced application security. So that's things like web application firewalling, it's anti-fraud solutions, DDoS mitigation, and SSL visibility solutions. And what we've started realizing recently is that we've got a lot of customers moving to multiple cloud or multi-cloud deployments. And that's both from taking their infrastructure across multi-cloud, it could be deploying in both AWS, Azure, Google Cloud, or Oracle perhaps, but also taking software as a service offerings, deploying maybe Office 365 alongside Google Docs, maybe some Salesforce.com, multiple apps like that. And when you start deploying applications across multiple clouds like this, it becomes very, very difficult to start applying consistent security across those. So we're really trying to address that multi-cloud security challenge.
Okay, in that multi-cloud world, because I know lots of the clients that we talk to, and I'm sure are tuned in today listening, are on that multi-cloud journey. Whether it's shadow IT and they know about it or they don't.
Right.
I guess what sort of trends and things are you seeing when you talk to your customers around, you talked about some of the security threats. Yeah. What sort of things are you guys seeing?
So a big thing for us, what we're seeing with our customers is really lack of visibility and lack of consistency around security. A lot of our customers have, pretty much as you said, had that shadow IT element where emerging application development environments have and teams just run off essentially to different cloud platforms, deploy their application because of the speed and agility it's given them, and then security has been a complete afterthought. So maybe they've been using some native cloud security services, or possibly in a lot of cases not using any additional security whatsoever. They've just been deploying the app, maybe a basic firewall policy in front. So what they're getting is a big change, a big shift between really strong security when deploying apps on-prem, and then going to cloud and multi-cloud, having either no security or very inconsistent security policies with them. The other problem then is the ability to manage those security solutions, and that's really because of lack of visibility into the apps, but also lack of skills and the workforce out there to manage these multi-cloud security solutions. We've got different cloud vendors providing different web app firewalling solutions, different firewalling technologies, different methods of accessing and managing them, and finding the skills and the staff to really manage and have a good knowledge of information across multiple cloud providers is very, very difficult. But it's also driving a huge cost up as well. A lot of my customers, for example, have taken to multi-cloud with the intention of providing best value to the business, and being able to potentially move workloads, move applications between cloud providers when costs change and the market shifts, for example. But what we're actually seeing is that because workloads are typically left on consistently and not scaled down, because of denial of service attacks that potentially create a huge amount of scale within the application and the cloud provider, it's actually becoming a very expensive environment to operate in.
I can imagine. I guess one of the other interesting things, you've talked a bit about DevOps, you've talked about multi-cloud, we've talked about shadow IT. The sheer pace at which applications are being added consistently, inconsistently into our clients' environments is a mission to manage, right? So sort of what are F5 doing in that space to help with that, I guess?
Right, and we're trying to do a lot because, as you said, we've got the two-pronged kind of problem really. We've got the shift to different environments like cloud, and then in conjunction with that, a change in the way that applications are now being developed and deployed. We've gone from a very kind of static, possibly waterfall approach to developing applications, very slow and long release cycles, possibly fairly static security policies. So applications being changed and developed and released on a potentially weekly or even daily basis. And on top of that, you've now got a shift in terms of who's responsible for deploying these applications. It's gone from being the infrastructure/networking team to being application owners themselves deploying wherever is best for them. So what we're trying to do is provide solutions that provide that consistent security, regardless of where you're deploying and regardless of how you're deploying. So what we've got the ability to do is, for the IT and security team to define a set of policies, templates if you like, that meet the kind of corporate needs, meet compliance, maybe things like GDPR compliance. Define this as templates hand those templates over to application teams that then allow them to deploy their apps with the high availability, the health checks and inspection and go on with the consistent security wherever they need to and wherever it meets their needs. Now, on top of that, on top of the way that you're deploying is the scale. A big reason that people are going to cloud is for that scale. The ability to have apps scale up and scale down on demand. And if you have static traditional security appliances in front of your applications, it's very hard for them sometimes to actually see this scale and how things scale up and down. So a lot of effort that we're putting into the F5 solutions at the moment allow customers to have their security policies and solutions automatically scale along with those apps, regardless of where they're being deployed. Again, whether in one cloud or multiple clouds at the same time.
Amazing, and I think the story itself, the heritage from where you've come from in the load balancing world into this new world of multi-cloud, obviously pays dividends when it comes to understanding the pressures that some of the clients that I'm sure are tuned in today are facing. So Dave, that's been really useful. I think a fascinating topic. If you're looking to find out a little bit more about that, do keep an eye out at the end of this stream for the link that will come up. Two things. One, we've got a really handy infographic that we've worked in conjunction with F5 on that will tell you a little bit more about their approach to managing this multi-cloud world. And the second piece, actually, we've got an event coming up on the 27th of September. Again, keep your eyes peeled for the details on that. And that's going to be a capture the flag event where the team from F5 will be in here all day and we'll be talking not only about the ability to attack, but also the ability to defend using some of these applications that Dave has mentioned. But as always, we hopefully will see you can join to those. And Dave, we'd love to have you back on, hopefully at some point in the near future. And do keep your eyes peeled for the rest of the events that will come up and hopefully join us again on a live stream in the near future. Thank you.